And then Bill's parents come and sit in the front room.
We do have 6 children.
I know. Each better than the other. Neither one of you is blushing. Now, filming sex scenes, Robbie says to Thomas, is different than writing them because they have to pretty much leave out the mechanics. This is years ago. You get all the schmaltzy music and Vaseline smeared on the lenses, or they film through cheesecloth, for Christ's sake, like people have sex in this filmy, blurry little paradise. Once I saw this sex scene from some big Irish epic with a lot of mix running around all these green fields. And in the big fuck scene, the guy is on top, shot from the waist up. And you knew he was supposed to be humping because his shoulders were moving. But you didn't see a hairy, sweaty ass. You didn't see his hump moves. And the woman is staring off into space, looking pained and sad and precious, and digging her fingernails into his back. Sometimes you get a really hot shot with a woman opening a guy's pants, but you never see her fumbling with a cock. And you never see the guy wince because she's in a little bit too much of a hurry to get it out. And you never see her tweak the head and say, "Oh, Billy, I just love how your dick gets all wet for me." Now Thomas was laughing. Somewhere in Robbie's monologue, the laughter had bubbled up, and now all he could do was hold on to himself and laugh. His heart-on was gone, but it was worth it. At that realization, he slid down the wall until he was sitting on the floor, clutching his knees and laughing. Nobody ever slurps or chokes giving head, Robbie continued, on a roll now, fed by Thomas' laughter. Nobody ever says, "Jesus, we make a lot of stink." You never hear the actor curse when his dick slips out by mistake and throws his rhythm off. Nobody's toenails ever need trimming. Have you ever noticed that? In the whole history of world cinema, no one's toenails ever need trimming. And when it's over, the woman never, I mean never, hightails it to the can to squat in the tub and douche like Caroline does. I always hear her do that when she stays here. At the mention of Caroline's name, the men fell silent. Robbie searched Thomas's face in the half-light, waiting for him to say something. "Right," Thomas said softly. He lay his head on his arms, propped atop his knees. "You shouldn't talk about these things, Robbie," Thomas said. "There's nothing wrong with thinking about them, but you need to learn not to talk about them." "I'm talking about them because what we do," Robbie answered, "what anybody does, men and women, women and women, men and men, or any combination thereof, doesn't matter at the end. In the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter, Tom. The mechanics don't matter. The love, though, that matters a lot, my friend, a whole lot." There was tension in the room on that snowy night, but there was something else, too. What, Robbie Snow asked himself now, at 48, he was 20 at the time. What was in that room with us? And here's what Thomas would say. What was in that room, Robbie, was the love I bore for the woman who would become my wife and the mother of my son. That's what you felt in that room, my love for her, and the sense even then that I was betraying her. Betraying, Robbie hears himself ask. I was first, I was before her. You loved me before you loved her. And when she came to you out of the blue like I did not feel betrayed. Loved, he hears Thomas say. Why would you use that? Why would you use the word loved? And he goes on and gives another lecture. Ready to go. You see, Bill, what you've done to me?